Okay, this video is about how to do cycling of your weapons. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. So you have, let me turn that off. So you have your knife first, you press the space bar, you have your shotgun. Press space bar again, you have your other second weapon. Then you press space bar again, goes back to the knife. Excuse me. So if I decide to go through my shotgun, and if I want to go back to the knife right now, I just press the middle button on my mouse. It goes back to the knife. Or if I want to go to the second weapon and press the middle button on my mouse, it goes back to the knife. Now, one thing it does, there's one glitch in here where it makes the sound of the gun, and then, so let me show you what I'm talking about. So you go to the gun, press down to fire. It does kind of makes a firing noise, then jumps back to the knife. I don't know how to fix that issue. Alright, so now so you basically have the weapons at your disposal when you first start the game. So yeah, so you have your weapons at the beginning of the game, so you don't have to collect your weapons. Because I couldn't figure out how to cycle through my weapons without already having the weapons in my inventory. So, but you can't use the weapon until you collect the ammo. So that's the only thing. So you have your weapon, but you can't fire it until you collect the ammo. So that's one thing. So you collect the ammo. Now you're able to fire it. And that's the next thing I did, was I fixed the problem where you fire at the weapon, you fire at the barrel, and it shows the blood. If you noticed in my other previous video, if you played the game, you would have saw it probably, that when you fire the weapon at the barrel, that it showed the blood on the screen. And so you're nowhere near the barrel, and then it shows the blood, so it doesn't make sense. But when you go across the spikes here, you get hit. See, it shows the blood there. So if you get close to the barrel, your weapon will turn into the knife, and then you'll get hit by the barrel and show the blood. So let me show you what I did here. So when you have the hand here with the knife, you can press spacebar. Alright, add event, press the space bar, then go to your main main one tab here and drag over a change instance. So you're changing your hands to a gun up. So your gun goes up, shows the first weapon, which is your shotgun, which will have no bullets at first until you go and collect the ammo. And then when you have your second gun, which is your shotgun here, then when you press the space bar, then you do another change instance where it switches the gunshot, the first gun, to the second gun. And it moves up. And the second gun is going to be this blaster here, gun 2. Then when you press the spacebar button, it goes back to the hand going up. You say yes, performance. So that's how you do cycling of your weapons. And like I said, I tried to do it with collecting the gun on the ground and then doing the cycling thing, and it didn't seem to work right. And then, like I said, with all your guns, so this second gun you have your global middle button, which is an out event, go to mouse, global at the bottom here, and do middle button on your mouse. It'll switch to the hand. It'll move up. It'll switch the whatever weapon you have and move up the knife. So that goes for all the weapons here. When you press the middle mouse button, it changes your weapon, moves your weapon down, and then well, it wouldn't move the weapon down. It just moves the hand up with the knife and gets rid of the other weapon you had when you press the global middle mouse button. Okay, but then when I did this, the only thing is and now what I did right here is also change the boxes here too, because if you notice in the game systems, these boxes, the green and blue box is empty. So instead of using the empty squares, okay, see, this was empty. This is what I had before in my other previous video. So I had this empty blue square, which represented your gun that you haven't gotten yet. Same thing with the green outline, which is the first gun, the shotgun. It was blank, so I had that in here first, blank boxes. But excuse me, since I couldn't figure out how to collect the gun on the ground and get it to cycle through, I had to actually put the weapon already in the game when you first start. So I switched it out and put the weapon in the box. So the weapon in the box already has already collected the weapon pretty much. And I'm not going in detail with this, but I've talked about this before in previous videos with having when you collect the gun, what happens. So like I said, when you first start the game, you got to have these gun images in here for the first room and the second room. See, they're in there too. Also in the second room, I noticed when I saved and loaded it, the walking sound on the grass, it kept repeating constantly without me moving, and it kept like doubling over on the sound audio. So I had to take the audio out on the grass walking. I don't know, it's a glitch. I don't know what happened. I mean, ever since I started doing the cycling of the weapons and changing the boxes here to the weapons in the box, and I had a glitch in the game. So I had to. The way I fixed that was I just went into the second player, because this is the second player, because he has a different audio than the first one. The first audio, he's stepping, you hear it like he's stepping on bricks, and the second player, he's actually stepping on grass. But in reality, you kind of don't need the grass sound because you have the rain going in the game, so that kind of like overpowers you walking on the grass. So I just took out the walking on the grass because it's soft, and you don't really hear it too much. So, and you have the rain going, so I think it's okay. So in the second player, which is this image right here, I just went into I don't have it in here right now, but I did have out event and press up, press down, right and left. They all had audio in there that I took out. I just deleted the audio because, like I said, it was repeating constantly and I wasn't moving, and it just played the grass walking, which didn't make sense. And I don't know how that glitch happened. Like I said, I think it happened when I started changing when I started doing the cycling of the weapons. It did something to the second room. I don't know, it's kind of weird. I mean, it doesn't do it in the first room with the walking on the bricks, but it does it in the second room with walking on the grass. So I don't understand that, but I just took it out, so I got rid of the glitch in a way. Didn't fix it, but I got rid of the glitch. And like I said, the rain kind of overpowers you walking on grass anyways, so it kind of makes sense. And that's pretty much it for this tutorial on how to cycle your weapons. I was actually trying to do the same cycling of the weapons like I talked about in Game Maker Studios with you know, the player, the 2D player I talked about in my previous video, and I had a problem with doing it that way too, where you're able to rotate the weapons in the box and have the amount at the bottom, and it wasn't working correctly, so I have to do it a different approach, a different way to doing it. So that's how I did it. The different approach was to have the weapons already in possession and to press the space bar to rotate through my weapons. Alright, thanks for watching.